Hey guys, I'm back again with another video. It's been a while. Excuse the noise in the background. I got a new coloring book, coloring pages. I'm super excited. As you can see, I already did the first page. Wait, okay. Yeah, I already did the first page because I just could not wait. You know, these are geometrical shapes or whatever the case is, and I looked online and I saw it and I said, oh my gosh, they would really love this. Like, they would really love this. Like, this is so easy to color in. I love coloring books that are super easy to color in. Because I'm gonna just start as I talk. Because I don't know, like, oh my gosh. I don't know, it's just something about this coloring book and these coloring pages that I just love, especially like the first page that I did it with crayons and that was cool. But now I'm doing it with the coloring pencils and it's just, oh my gosh, I just love it. I just love it. I literally just love it. It's so easy to color in. It is so easy to color in. Like, so easy. And you know what I love about this? It's kind of like, the reason why I love it so much is because, I don't know, it's geometrical shapes. So whatever you color in on one side of the page, when you go to the next side of the page, you can expect that same shape to be on the other side of the page, and you can color it in with the same exact color. You know how sometimes coloring pages kind of become a little bit exhausting, especially, you know, when your ultimate goal is to complete the page, when there is so much to color and you don't even know where to start or where to finish. It sometimes becomes exhausting. But I find with these coloring pages, you kind of get like that fire to like complete the page, because everything is just so put together, and just like what it is just geometrical. I love it. See, boom, I did right there, and I can expect I come to this side and I could be able to color in the same thing on this side. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, my goal is to actually complete this entire book. There are 50 pages in this book, of which I love. So my goal is to make 50 videos of me completing this entire book. Kind of like a marathon. Oh my goodness. I have so many things in store. Yesterday, I was on Instagram and I was watching this video, and it was a video about the Prince of Saudi Arabia, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, right? Oh my goodness. That is a bright yellow. That's a neon yellow. And he was actually walking out of somewhere. And there was a guy holding his son. And the Prince of Saudi Arabia stopped to take pictures with the son. The boy must have been like 5 or 6 years old. And when he stopped to take a picture with the son, let me just color this in yellow. The boy asked him, well, the boy pointed to a car. And he asked the Prince of Saudi Arabia, he was like, can you give me a Mercedes? And the Prince of Saudi Arabia was like, you want the Mercedes? And the boy was like, yeah. He was like, okay. Then after that, he like told one of the guys walking behind him, get the address, or however he said it. And then the very next day, guys, that little boy had a whole Mercedes in his yard. I gotta think this again. He had a whole Mercedes in his front yard the very next day. And I'm looking at that video like, hold on a second. This 6-year-old boy got a Mercedes Benz, a car that he's gonna have to wait at least 10 years to be able to drive. And he just said, oh, get their address. And then he just kept walking to his car and just drove away. And I'm over here like, in this world, there are people who really have a lot of money, a lot of power, and a lot of influence. To the point where they could just say, oh, send a car to this person's address, and the car would just show up at the person's address the next day. And now a 6-year-old boy has a Mercedes Benz that he can't even drive. And he probably wanted it just because he saw other people having it and was like, oh, I want a Mercedes Benz. He probably didn't even know what he was talking about. Or maybe his dad told him, hey, if you ever see the Prince of Saudi Arabia, if you ever see the Prince of Saudi Arabia, ask him for a Benz. And if that was the case, his son did just that. Wow. It's so funny how you can literally have a life-changing experience just by connecting with somebody. Because who you know? Who you know is randomly just getting a Mercedes Benz delivered to their door. As a matter of fact, who you know is randomly meeting the Prince of Saudi Arabia. Like, what? The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. I color so hard because I'm the type of person, I don't like there to be like any spaces left out when I color. Like I like the whole thing to look smooth ish. But I love this coloring page. I love this coloring book. It's so satisfying. It is literally so satisfying. Like I can't even, that's the only way I could describe it. These coloring pages are literally so satisfying. Like, when you're stressed out, or when you just want to, or you're bored, anything, you could just open this. You can even be laying down in your bed. You can just open this and start coloring. Like, oh my gosh. This is a purple. So a couple of nights ago, I had a dream. And I believe that all dreams that anybody has comes from God. And in the dream, oh, let me actually do a little backstory. A little backstory is I went to go visit my aunt in another state. And I thought that I was going to be staying there for a while, or maybe even like moving there. And it just turns out that that didn't happen. So, and it was kind of unexpected too. So I booked my flight to come back home. The day before the flight, I went to sleep and I had a dream. I had a dream. In the dream, I went with one of my childhood friends to the nail salon because I wanted to get a pedicure. Now, just a little backstory, a little, I don't know, like I guess a fun fact about me. I actually know how to do pedicures. I did pedicures in a nail shop for 3 months straight in like a nail salon, and I just picked up the skill that way. And I actually became really good at it. So I don't necessarily need to go to a nail salon to get a pedicure. I can do it myself. Since I know all the tools that I need or whatever the case is. And in this dream now, I sat down, and it was a nail salon run by, you know, like Asian people. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, like, you have to be very careful of where you go to get your pedicures done. And I'm saying this is coming from somebody who actually has experience in a nail salon. Because a lot of things go on in a nail salon. Some people are not sanitary. Some people like to get over on their customers. Some people like to like sit there, like some nail techs, they'll sit there and they'll listen to all the things, all the tea, the drama, whatever you have to tell them. And by the time you leave, they're telling all your business to all the people working there, all the nail techs, all the pedicurists. They're going home telling their family members about you in the shop. That's why I do not just tell random people my business like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I experienced that firsthand. You know how they say, oh, your nail tech is like your therapist. You better not believe that ish. I'm telling you right now. Anyways, I'm getting a little off topic. So I sat down to get my pedicure in a dream. And the guy came and he did my pedicure. But he didn't do it right. He didn't do it to my liking. He kind of just brushed over my feet, like maybe scrubbed my feet, the bottom of my foot maybe 1 or 2 times. That kind of way. He didn't really put effort into it. He was just like, I guess it was kind of like oh, well, I usually do pedicures this way and nobody complains about it. Even though I don't do it to the best of my abilities, nobody has confronted me about it, so I'm just going to continue to do it that way. That's the kind of vibes I got from him in the dream. So I confronted him about it because I know how to do pedicures and I know very well this is not how you do pedicures. And I know exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to do the bare minimum and still get paid for it. And I confronted him and I said, hey, you didn't do my pedicure right. So he tried to go back and forth with me or whatever the case is. And we argued for a little bit and I decided, you know what? You know how to do pedicures yourself. Don't waste your time arguing with somebody about them not doing a good job when you know that they know that they didn't do a good job. So you know what I did in the dream? I took the tools and I started redoing my own pedicure. If I'm going to pay for this, I'm going to make sure that I leave out of here satisfied. And I started doing my own pedicure. And my childhood friend, I asked him, he was just sitting there waiting for me. I asked him, can you please go and get something so I can for me to be able to dump, whatever it is that's coming from my feet, so I could be able to dump it in there. Because when I was cleaning my feet, the dirt was coming from underneath my foot and my cuticles and stuff like that. And there was a lot. So I understand that some people get weirded out when it comes to feet. So in the dream, he went and got something so I could put the waste in there. But he was kind of weirded out by the dirt and the just everything. And he was like, oh my goodness. And then he just gave me the thing to waste, to waste the dirt. And he just walked out because he just could not stand it. Him and another lady walked out as well. They both just couldn't stand it. But in the dream, I didn't care. I didn't care who was weirded out. I didn't care who had a problem with what I had going on. I just kept cleaning my feet. And that was the end of the dream and I woke up. And for some reason, guys, I knew exactly what that dream meant. That was God telling me, you have to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Because you can even pay somebody to do something for you, but they won't be able to satisfy you they won't be able to satisfy you or take care of you the way how you're able to take care of yourself. To me, the dirt that came from my feet symbolized the rough patches and the turmoil in my life, as everybody has turmoil in their lives, everybody has different traumas or whatever the case is, different things they have to deal with and overcome, fears, whatever. And the guy, he was trying to clean out the fears, like clean out the turmoil in my life, and he just couldn't do a good job because he wasn't able to handle or bear. He wasn't able to take 2 steps in my shoes. Even like my friends that ran away, and like some of the people that ran away when they saw how much dirt was coming from my feet, they weren't able to take it. They weren't able to withstand all of the dirt and all of the things that was like, that happened to me in my life, or the things that I had to heal from, or the traumas or whatever the case is. They weren't able to take it. So they ran away. So I sat down there in that dream and I cleaned my feet good. And by me doing that, I realized that it was God telling me that only you can do certain things to your liking. You have to take care of yourself. Nobody can take care of you the way how you can take care of you. Even God helps those who helps themselves. You have to help you first and take care of you first and love you first before anybody else can. Even God commands us in the Bible that you should love him with everything in you. And the second thing is, he said, love your neighbor like you love yourself. So however you love yourself is how you're going to love your neighbor. Neighbor. That's just it. You're going to treat people how you treat yourself. You're going to view people how you view yourself. You're going to love people how you love yourself. And if you hate yourself, you're going to hate people. If you want something for your life, if you want certain goals to be accomplished and certain successes, you're going to have to get up and start working and building up on it and working towards it and building upon it yourself. You're going to have to be your biggest cheerleader first. You're going to have to take care of your body yourself first, or even want to take care of your body yourself first before anybody can come around and say, oh, let me help you. Am I right or am I right? You're going to want the best for yourself first before anybody will want the best for you. Maybe only your parents might want the best for you before you want the best for yourself. But other than that, nobody cares. Everybody's trying to figure out their own lives. How they're going to do this, how they're going to do that, how they're going to get this, get that. How they're going to make ends meet. So I had that dream. I woke up and instantly I knew exactly what that dream meant. And I made up in my mind. When I go back home, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm not going to put other people before me. I'm not going to worry about what this person has going on and minding this other person's business and listening to this other person's complaint and trying to save this person and help that other person. And no. I'm going to work and work and work and work and take care of myself to the point where my cup is overflowing. And then I can be able to pour into other people from the cup that I have for myself that is already overflowing. Then I'll have enough resources to help other people. I'll have enough self-love to love other people. I'll have enough respect to respect other people in the way they need to be respected, without disrespecting myself. A lot of us pour everything that we have into everybody else and leave ourselves with nothing. One thing I learned that business owners do is that when they receive dividends from their work, or they receive pay for their work, the first thing you're supposed to do is pay yourself. But a lot of us don't pay ourselves though. A lot of us take all that money, put it towards a loan that we owe, bills, mortgage, helping this other person out, helping that other person out. And we never pay ourselves first and say, you know what? I worked hard for this money. If I even got $100 at the end of the week, I'm taking 10 of these dollars. I don't care how much debt I'm in. And I'm rewarding myself because I worked hard for this money. Nobody worked for this money for me. I worked for this money. So I'm taking $10 of this money and I'm rewarding myself for it. Now, that's not all cases, because sometimes you'll be like, okay, I have to use this money for this. I have to use this money as an investment for this and that. But for the most part, a lot of us don't really think of ourselves. Start thinking about yourself. You live with yourself every single day. You're in your body every single moment of the day. When you go to sleep with yourself. When you wake up with yourself. Am I wrong or am I right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, take care of yourself.